Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 3 of my season 3 Let's Play series. As you can see, I haven't really even made much progress since the last time I was filming. I did let these machines run for a little bit, but I've been doing some other stuff out of game, so I still have to macerate and cook up most of my ore. So I'll be doing a lot of that off camera today, and maybe moving on and building some new cool stuff. So without further ado, why don't I get started? I'll be back once I've got some of this stuff ready. Stepping outside to visit my rubber trees here. Looks like we got a lot of resin spot regen, so that's nice. I'm gonna go tap these guys real quick, make sure I get all the rubber. Gonna need a lot of it for what I have planned. Looking good. And like I said, those Red Power 2 rubber trees can also be useful for collecting rubber, so I might go chop some of those down a little bit at least in a bit, but for now, I guess I'll hold on to what I got. One thing I am going to do is just step outside my house for a moment and collect some of the sand. I don't really need the snowballs yet. I'm sure I'll collect a lot of them later, but for now, sand is going to help me out. I want to get some glass. And just as an FYI to everybody, you can throw cobblestone, that's it, into a macerator, and you can get some sand out of that. But since my macerators are pretty busy right now taking care of my ores, I'm not going to bother. I'm just going to step outside and dig around a little bit in the dirt. And I think while I'm letting all this massive amount of ore that I have here macerate up, I'm going to go head downstairs and mine for a bit. I also threw my sand inside my electric furnace, just as an FYI on that. So let's go mine for a little bit. I'll leave my tin dust in here, that's a fine place for it. And let's see what we can find downstairs. Hopefully I can encounter some diamonds in this episode, if I'm lucky. As you guys know, I tend to like to mine right around Y12 or 13. It's a nice spot. Hopefully you don't run into too much lava at this level. 13 is the ideal spot to not encounter lava, but from what I understand, diamonds are a little bit harder to find at these higher levels now, so I'm going to go down to about Y10, and hopefully that'll be a nice spot for me to mine. So let's dig through here and see what we can get. Got myself some nickelite, so that's always nice. And this is typically how I like to mine, is to just start going down a path, straight through, and seeing what I get. So I'm going to do this for a little while, hopefully encounter some diamond, and I'll be back with the footage when I do, because getting my first diamond will definitely be a milestone. Well guys, a long way of mining, and I just stumbled upon this neat little open cave system, so I'm definitely going to explore this out a little bit. I tend to like to explore caves that I encounter throughout my travels, because there's usually something cool to find in them. Just clearing away the gravel so I can get to the good stuff. Definitely noticed some gold in here too, by the way. But like I said, just going to explore this cave a little bit. I'll be back if I find something really good. So just doing a little bit more exploring in this huge natural cave I found. It really goes on pretty far. There's lots of lava and waterfalls and other crazy stuff going on down here. I'm at the point now where I'm usually at this point in my Let's Play series. It's where I'm starting to doubt that my mods haven't corrupted World Gen to the point where there's no diamond spawning, because look at how much junk I've collected. And still not a diamond to be found. I know. They're super rare anymore, and yada yada. But still, it's like, man, I could really use diamonds at this point, because there's a bunch of things I really want to build pretty soon, and I'm going to need diamonds to do it. That's alright. I'll keep digging, and hopefully I'll get lucky. But a pretty nice natural cave system down here. No complaints for sure. Lots of gold, so that's nice. Unfortunately, I can't even use a transmutation table yet until I at least get one diamond. Some lappies, also good to have. Ooh, I hear some spiders digging around. And speak of the devil, just mined through this wall here where I just came from, saw the spider I was talking about, and found some diamond. Woot! Achievement diamonds! Nice, what, I get 4 of them or so? Not bad at all. Just in time, too. Ran out of inventory. Gonna have to go back. So, hey, 4 diamonds. No complaints at all. I'll definitely happily accept that number of diamonds. Would like to find a bit more, but for now, that'll hold me over. So let's go upstairs and see what kind of mischief we can get into. Alright, so heading back down my long tunnel. You can see how long this thing was. Heading all the way back to my base. Not the longest tunnel in the world, but, you know, made out. Got pretty good resource collection there. Got myself some emeralds, some sapphires, some ruby, a couple diamonds. Woohoo on that. And I'm trying to decide what I want to use my diamonds on. Typically, my first 3 diamonds will more often than not go to a mining drill, and I don't see any reason to change things up right now. The mining drill is a great way to mine, and since my poor little ruby pickaxe down there is looking pretty weak, I might go ahead and do that. So when I get back up to my house here, expect a diamond-tipped drill to be in your future. I might see what I can do about getting a bat pack as well, but if I'm going to be doing all this crazy stuff with energy, I'm going to have to up my energy generation. So what I should probably also do is run over to my rubber tree farm and see what kind of rubber resin replacements we got. Any new resin spots growing in my trees? No luck. At least on these sides. Oh well. I'll come back and visit them in a bit. Didn't even get any growth there. But from what I understand, players need to be pretty close to the trees in order for them to grow, so we'll see. So let's go inside and deposit off all my junk that I collected down there. Boy, I have a lot of macerating to do, don't I? Oh yes. Okay. That looks good. Alright, I'm going to start macerating this stuff, and I'll be back in a few minutes. You know what a nice idea might be? How about I just build a chest in that room, and I can pretty much use this as my temporary storage for anything that needs to be macerated or whatever. So I can just deposit all this junk in here. Don't have anything else that needs to be worked on, right? Nope, we're good. Might as well grab onto this wood. I'm going to need it eventually. And this can be like my to-do box, right? All that stuff goes in there. And these things are cooking along, doing what they need to do. I did have to refill this generator, by the way. It was awfully low on fuel. Might even need to grab a bit more of the stuff. Oops. Cool. Alright, let's get building on a diamond-tipped drill. Definitely a very useful item. If I find it in NEI here, I can see that the requirements for that are... There it is, diamond drill. Just take a regular old mining drill, which is 5 pieces of refined iron, an electric circuit, and a rechargeable battery. Good. Alright, you guys have seen this one before, right? Rechargeable battery, gonna need one of those guys. Also gonna need a good amount more copper in the future, so I might as well get building on this stuff now. Nice. And of course I forgot my refined iron that I specifically went out of my way to start cooking up. Somewhere in here, there it is. Oh yeah, look, starting to have a little bit of power issues. With all 4 machines running at once, they can't all keep up. Each of these guys use about 1 or 2 energy units per tick each, but this generator is only producing 5. And because of the power loss that we've got as a result of that extra long cable that I've got running there, it's starting to have some power issues, so I'm going to have to start producing more power rather soon. But at least for now, I can get my rechargeable drill going here. There it is, mining drill. Nice. And I always like to use my first 3 diamonds to upgrade this drill. And the reason for that is this drill is never going to break. So from now on, for the rest of my Minecraft career, as of Season 3, Episode 3, I've got a diamond-tipped drill, which will never break. And that thing's pretty much going to be awesome for me. So, let this stuff finish cooking up, and I might need to see about getting myself a bat pack. Alright, I think I've got enough resources here. So in order to create a bat pack, I'm going to need a piece of tin, an electric circuit, and some rechargeable batteries. I need 6 of those guys. There we go. 6 of those. Boom. Now I'm also going to need, as I said, an electronic circuit. cool. And one of the downsides is I can't overlay this backpack recipe on my automatic crafting table, because the overlay feature of NEI only works on the crafting table, not the automatic crafting table. So unfortunately I have to remember that extremely complex recipe that I just looked at 3 seconds ago, which is the backpack. So what's the backpack do? Well, the diamond drill here needs energy to run, okay? So I'm going to go throw that in my bat box, and it's going to start draining the energy out of the bat box and putting it directly into the diamond drill. And right now, any excess energy from the generator is going in there. So you can see all my machines are kind of losing power at the moment, because I have no other way to generate power except this generator. And the bat box is hogging all the power for the diamond drill. So in a moment, all my machines are going to automatically shut down. You can see the electric furnace already did, and there go the macerators. So these guys just won't run. I can at least throw my dusts in there, and they're going to quickly run out of their internal storage of energy. Dun 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 dun. Now things are trying to start back up. It sounds like my bat box has fully charged my diamond drill. And as I go mining out in the field, it's going to pretty much use up some of the electricity in the diamond drill until it runs out again, and I'll need to refill it frequently. The bat box, or the backpack here, can be charged up in a bat box and worn on the back of your character. So right now it's empty, so it's not going to do much, but the energy for the diamond drill will be pulled out of the backpack rather than being pulled out of the drill. And this guy stores about, I don't know, 6 times the amount of energy that a single battery does. I know I haven't gone into EU amounts too much, but rechargeable batteries store about 10,000 EU, backpacks store about 60,000, and bat boxes, as you can see here, store about 40,000. And this generator is producing 5 energy units per tick. So that's 5 EU per tick, and as we all know, there's 20 ticks in a second in Minecraft, so that's 100 energy per second. And these machines are each using about 1 or 2 apiece, and you can go look on the wiki for the exact amounts. So you can see right now they're having trouble keeping up with the demand. This generator can't produce quite enough energy to run all these machines, so I should probably look into creating some more energy generation. And lucky me, getting some rubber. And look, a rubber tree grew. Nice. Let's see if I get lucky with any saplings, and I'll be back in a few moments after I've harvested all the rubber I want out of these trees and get rid of all these leaves, hoping for some saplings. So I've got a few rubies sitting here, and why don't we go over to our table and use them to make some important stuff. First off, no more stone swords. Sorry, buddy. Don't want to hang on to you anymore, as I've already encountered a few creepers, and they scare me. Next up, I want to get a pickaxe, but I better make some sticks first. There we go. I can go chop down trees a little bit faster. It looks like I'm getting pretty close to needing a new shovel, so might as well get ready for that eventuality in the future. Cool. I can drop this junk off in here. Don't need much of it anymore. For now, I'm going to hold off just a little bit, and I'm going to go chop some wood. Probably rubber tree wood. So as we saw, there's some beautiful rubber trees in the background, and I think it's time for me to go start cutting some of them down. They're very powerful and hard to chop down. They don't get burned down by fire, and dude, they are just tricky. So I'm going to see what I can do and find a nice efficient way to get some rubber wood. It's going to take a long time to chop one of these down by hand. Luckily, the equivalent exchange axe can make short work of them. Unluckily, the equivalent exchange axe is nowhere near attainable to me. So I'm going to have to hold off on that guy for a bit. But I've got some ideas for the future on how I'd like to get this rubber tree all chopped down nice and smooth. So, if you don't mind me, I'll just be chopping up some rubber tree wood for the next few minutes. So I've been chopping rubber wood all day long, as you can see. Made a pretty good dent in this tree. Getting close to the end of the day here, so I better get back to my house soon. How'd I make out? Oh yeah, look at all that rubber wood. Nice. Yep, made a pretty serious dent in that guy. Making a quick run for my house, and I'm going to drop all this rubber wood directly into my extractor. And that's going to get me a good chunk more rubber. And that's going to be nice because rubber is pretty much my hold-up right now. I want to get some more power generation going on, and I'm going to need a good amount of rubber to do it. See, it's extracting. So as you can see, it's slowly but surely producing rubber out of these rubber wood. I guess the balance of this is the fact that, holy cow, does it take a long time. I mean, wow, seriously, forever to process this stuff. So it's slow, but a sure way to get rubber when you're looking for some. How's my generator doing? Ah, running low on fuel, I see. Better go get myself a bit more coal. Let's run over here and grab some real fast. And I'll be back again once I've got some more interesting stuff to show. Hopefully once I've produced a bit more of this rubber wood. And I guess while the sun is down and I'm just waiting, I might as well finish up my lovely square houses that I have here. I know people are already commenting, oh no, Direwolf again with the 9x9 rooms. Not cool. Don't worry, I got some ideas on how to straighten this out in the future. I just can't execute them yet. But rest assured, I'm going to clean up this house in a pretty cool fashion as soon as I can. But for now, all my resources are really going into getting a start in my industrial career. With all the mods I'm using need a lot of good stuff. And spending a lot of time building a house, I'm not going to do that first thing. The first thing I like to do is just get myself situated with macerators, extractors, and all that cool stuff. So, good deal right there. And I'll be back again. As you can see, I'm just putting in some skylights. I do like living above ground. Believe it or not, early on in my Minecraft career, when I was first playing this game back in Alpha, I would pretty much almost always just build caves underground. And that's where I live. I just build a cave and hang out down there. But once I started doing YouTube videos, the darkness of caves, even with my brightness level turned up, can sometimes just be a little bit not so cool. So that's why I went with this house design where I have the skylights. So you get a lot of brightness and a lot of sunlight in the world. So, all set with the house there. Let's go sleep through the night so that it is daytime out. And now we can go check on our progress. A little bit of rubber, as you can see. I was actually questioning like how unbalanced would it be to be chopping down these rubberwood trees, but considering how slowly the extractor processes, especially this early in the game, yep, not unbalanced at all. And this poor thing is barely keeping up with the pace. Alright, let's start working on some new power generation. And in order to do that, I want to build a new item, totally brand new. As you can see, I've got it up here in NEI. This is the project table, a brand new item part of Red Power 2, pre-release 4D. I want to say, yeah, 4D. That was where it was added. Project table's a pretty neat device. Just need to get yourself a chest, a crafting table, some smooth stone, and some wood. And that gets you a project table. Now this guy's pretty cool. I really like this machine right here. Basically, it's got an inventory full of stuff, and it's got a design here. So let's put down our design, grab some redstone, some refined iron, and I'm going to grab some more rubber. Okay, pretty much set up the design that you want your project table to do. So an electronic circuit, for example, and you're good to go. If you don't have any items in the bottom, it works just like a crafting table as you just saw. However, check this out. Let's go ahead and get ourselves some copper. There we go. And get ready to do some stuff. There we go. And turn that copper into copper cabling. Nice. So now I'm going to place the copper cabling, the redstone, and the refined iron in here. And let's say I want a couple more electronic circuits. I just click, and it's going to take all the resources it needs out of this bottom inventory slot. So you can basically keep a solid inventory worth of all the goodies that you need. Pretty awesome. And I'm going to grab, I don't know, let's say 10 of these electric circuits. That's a serious amount of electronic circuits, but you'll see what I need them for in a moment here. Also, while I'm at it, looks like this thing's all done. Let's grab for ourselves, I don't know. Got some iron here. There we are. I'm going to request... yeah. You can tell it's getting a little bit late where Direwolf is at. I'm going to request this guy make me some refined iron, about 40 of those. And I'm also going to need about 20 tin. and some redstone, and a few more copper cables, but I'm going to take care of those right now off camera, and I'll be back once I've got all the ingredients I need for this neat little design that I'm about to make. And you know what? I really only need 15 refined iron. I don't need all these, so that's good. Let's see now. I need to go ahead and craft for myself. And you know what? While I'm at it, I'm going to need 15 coal dust. Coal dust, you simply need to... Oh, there's the extra coal I had before. Coal dust is simply made by placing coal in a macerator, and you're good to go. And how am I for glass? I'm going to need a little bit more of that stuff. You guys who have watched this series before should know what I'm trying to make. And if you don't, you're about to find out. There we go, making myself some batteries. Got 5 of those. Now it's time to make 5 furnaces. I'm going to convert those furnaces, remember I said I could do this, straight up to an iron furnace. So I didn't have to cook all the refined iron. And I can now convert this stuff, combining with my batteries, into generators. Cool. Now my generator I want to upgrade. Let's see how my progress is over here. Coal dust has a ways to go. Glass is done. That's nice. Let's start cooking up the last of this dust that I have. Cool. That's tin, and that's silver. Alright. Just making sure. I'll be back in a few minutes once I've macerated all this coal. Alright, not a moment too soon, my coal dust here finished and my generator ran out of coal. But I'm not going to replace the coal in the generator because I'm going to run over here and finish the crafting that I started a moment ago. I'm going to place some glass and some coal dust in this crafting table, along with my 5 generators and electronic circuits, and that'll get me some solar panels. These guys produce 1 energy unit per tick each, as opposed to the 5 that the generator running on coal does, and they only work during the day and when it's not raining. So we're going to need to make sure it's daytime in order for this stuff to generate energy. But otherwise, it runs pretty freely, and it's a nice way to get energy. Of course, a bit expensive. As you saw, I just used a significant amount of rubber to get that guy going. And now we need to get some power down into our house. And for that, I'm going to use tin cables. These guys are called ultra-low current cables. They can only transmit a very small amount of energy at a time. But the nice thing about them is that they don't have hardly any energy loss. So let's get up here onto my roof and start making my little solar panel situation started up. So we'll just get a little, maybe a little bit higher. I'm just going to start what will eventually become a nice looking solar flower. But once we get the advanced mods going, the advanced machines mod that is, the need for this big huge solar panel tree will be gone. And as you can see, now my machines are starting to kick on. My rubber extractor is doing what it can, and my macerator, electric furnace, and even this macerator is trying to do what it can to get some energy going into it. So let's take a quick moment and build ourselves an energy unit reader. The EU reader is crafted like this. Oh, I need some glowstone, that's no good. Can't make one of those just yet. I need to get into the nether for that. But if we were to take a look, looks like our macerator is starting to build up enough energy to run now. So we're producing, as we know, 5 energy units per tick off of those 5 solar panels we've got. Let's cover that hole back up. And now we're running pretty much free energy, which is nice. And once these machines are done running, any excess energy will start building up inside my bat box. So of course my rubber tree extraction is still going on here. Might as well refill this guy, right? There we go. And this macerator and this electric furnace, well, looks like they're almost all done. So my bat box should be starting to get a surplus of energy any moment now. And as you can see, it looks like it is. It's slowly building up the energy. So basically what's happening is more energy is coming in and is being used by my machines, and we've got a surplus coming in, which is nice, because what this means is once this machine is done running, we'll have a full bat box, and I can probably start charging that bat pack that I made, which is still currently hanging out and empty. But I could real quick recharge this diamond drill. Ha ha ha. Alright, there we go. Nice and full again. Now remember guys, when it gets dark out, your bat box is going to quickly lose energy and not refill because solar panels don't work at night. So all my machines are about to shut off, so I'm going to go sleep through the night and make sure it's nice and bright outside. And for now, before wrapping up this episode, I do want to go mine for a little bit and hopefully find a couple more diamonds, and if I do, I'll be pretty happy about that. So I'll be back shortly once I finish mining. But maybe before I do go mine, I should fill up that backpack. So I'm just going to take my backpack here and just toss in the top slot. And just to help things move along a little bit quicker, I'm going to give some coal into my generator. That'll fill things up a lot faster now. So this coal is basically an extra bit of storage for more energy output. I'm getting 5 from my solar panels, and now since my generator is running, I'm also getting 5 from that. And that'll help fill up this backpack even faster, producing 10 energy units per tick total. Alright, a pretty well fully charged backpack. Let's go mining. Just so you guys can see what I'm doing, I came down into that little tunnel system that I have right here. Just hung a right, and I'm going to start mining down this path right now. I already ran into some iron, which is cool, and hopefully I'll find some diamonds soon enough. And just look how quickly that nice, beautiful diamond drill will mine for me. Gotta love that. Ooh, gold. Nice. And as you can see also, my backpack is starting to lose some durability. And it's not really durability it's losing, it's just energy. And that's the way Industrial Craft records how much energy is left in a machine like that. See? Look what happens when you mine out a node. You run into a whole bunch of other good stuff. Hey, look at this. Dug around a little bit and found some diamond. Woot. Looks like just 3 of them, which isn't... Oh, look, there's more. See? Always dig around. You never know with the extension of your ore node how far it's going to go. So what'd I get there? Sweet. 5 of them. Nice. See how far I had to dig to find some diamonds? Goodness. And some nickelite. Gonna dig around a little bit further down here, and then I'll wrap up my digging. Alright, just finished up mining, heading back to my house now, and I think there's something I'd like to create, but I want to see if I can get the resource I need for it. Oh good, it's nighttime, exactly what I wanted to see. I need to go kill some enemies, and before I do that, I'm going to drop off all my junk that's in my inventory. Oh yeah, look at that, spiders climbing on my roof, zombies outside, even a skeleton or 2 I saw running by. Let's go hunting. Alright, hopefully I can survive this little adventure. What's up, spiders? Skeletons attacking me too. I'm looking for an enderman. I don't want to deal with you guys. Alright, so far so good. Not dead yet. Wondering how well you guys can see this nighttime thing. I know I have my brightness up as far as it'll go, so it should be decent, but who knows? Sheep, of course. Nothing but sheep in my world, it seems. But I want some endermen. Maybe I'll hunt around a little bit in these open fields and see if I can find one. All I really want is an ender pearl. Starting to get some experience, which is nice. I'm going to want to do something about that pretty soon. A lot of people suggest me enchanting my diamond drill. I know the diamond drill is not meant to be enchanted. Actually, I haven't even tried enchanting it in the current version of Industrial Craft 1.6.4. I know the mod developers were talking about getting the diamond drill set up so it couldn't be enchanted. I think those were some hooks that were being added to Forge, but I might be completely lying because I'm not a developer, so I don't really know. Hey, look, beehives give off a little bit of light. That's neat. No, shoot the zombie. Not me. Haha. Let them fight it out between each other. And the cow. Oh well, looks like the sun's starting to come up and I didn't find any endermen. Oh well. What you gonna do? Well, I guess in that case it's probably a good time to wrap up this episode. Looks like we're getting about to the 30-minute mark, if not a little bit past it. So I hope you guys enjoyed episode 3 of Season 3 of Direwolf20's Let's Play. Stay tuned for the next episode when I build some more cool stuff, and I'm going to try and probably mine a little bit between now and the next episode, because I'd like to get some equivalent exchange stuff going, and for that I'm going to need some more diamonds. So hopefully when I start this next episode, I'll be back with some more materials. Take it easy.